And a good Monday morning to you all as we kick things off with the 2013 Korean Series between the Doosan Bears and the Samsung Lions. After the Doosan Bears swept both games in Daegu, the Samsung Lions were getting desperate for a win as the series came to Seoul at Jamsil Stadium. So with that said, let's take a look at the highlights from Game 3 of the 2013 Korean Series. Of course, starting pitchers in the game, Yoo Hee-kwan for the Doosan Bears and Chang Won-sam for the Samsung Lions. But in the fourth inning of the game, Park Han-hee is going to ground this one to short, but an error by Son Ji-yeon scores Park Seung-min, and the Samsung Lions take a 1-0 lead. Next play, Lee Ji-young sends this one to left field, and tagging up is Choi Young-woo, and it's 2-0 Samsung. Seventh inning of the game, Park Han-hee on third base, and a wild pitch brings home the third run of the game. Gonna shift over to the bottom of the inning. Hong Sung-eun, line drive down the left field line, and this one is gone. A solo shot cuts the deficit to 3-1. We're gonna go over to our next play. Same inning, same here. Son Ji-yeon, he's gonna single to right field, and here comes Oh Jae-won to score, and he is safe, but he's gonna pull his hamstring on the play as he's taken out of the game. Ninth inning, Oh Seung-hwan in to close the game. Choi Jun-seok grounds out to second base, and it's one man out. Next batter, Hong Sung-eun, called strike 3. Next batter, Yang Lee-ji, and he goes around strike 3. Ball game over. The Samsung Lions take game 3 as Doosan now take a 2-1 series lead. And now moving on to some Sunday's K-League Classic action as Gangwon FC beat Jeonnam Dragons 2-1 with Busan and Incheon drawing 0-0 and Daegu FC and Seongnam drawing 0-0 as well. So with that said, let's take a look at the big matchup here. The Ulsan Hyundai Tigers taking on the Suwon Samsung Blue Wings. Now Suwon trying to close in on the K-League Classic title here as Rafinha in the 13th minute of the match finds the back of the net, and it's 1-0 Ulsan. Now before the first half closes in the 39th minute of the match, Suwon looking quite aggressive, and Seo Jung-ji gets one past the goalkeeper, and the match is tied 1-1. Now stays that way until the second half of the game. The big man Kim Shin-wook in the 64th, and there it is, 2-1 Ulsan. Now Suwon trying to find the equalizer, but to no avail as Ulsan takes 3 points and a 5-point lead in the standings. All right, next up, let's take a look at some basketball highlights from the nation on Sunday as KT Sonic Boom beat the struggling Seoul Samsung Thunders 89-82, thanks to Ira Clark's 29 points and 8 rebounds. So with that said, let's take a look at the other two games that took place, starting off with the rematch of last year's championship, Seoul's SK Knights taking on Ulsan Mobis Phoebus. Of course, going into the game here, a close game from the start as SK takes a slim 18-17 lead thanks to Courtney Sims' 10 points in the quarter, before SK extends that lead to 36-30 going into halftime with Aaron Haynes of the SK Knights putting up 10 points in the second quarter. Now, SK continues to run away with it in the third quarter of the game, but Ulsan's Moon Tae-young lighting it up in the fourth quarter as Mobis starts rallying late in the game. But with 11 seconds left late in the game, it's Aaron Haynes with a clutch shot wins it for SK. 78-76 is your final score. All right, next up, Incheon Itilan Elephants taking on Wonju Dongbu Promi. First quarter, Dongbu controlling the paint, take a slim 20-17 lead. Second quarter, despite Herbert Hill's 11 points in the second quarter, Itilan storms back to take the slim 39-38 lead going into the second half of the game. Third quarter, Dongbu's defense making it tough for Incheon as Dongbu takes the lead back once again. For the fourth quarter, Dongbu's offense nowhere to be seen as Cha Ba-wi lights it up with 8 points in the quarter as Incheon rallies back once again. 71-58 is your final score. All right, and finishing things off in Formula One racing with the Indian Grand Prix taking place over the weekend, Sebastian Vettel of Red Bull Racing looked to win his 4th straight World Championship, and he did. The 26-year-old German delivers a perfect race on the day as he claims the top podium spot for the 6th straight race and claiming his 4th straight World Championship victory. And becomes just the 4th racer in history to win 4 World Championships as Red Bull Racing also claims the Constructors' Championship for the 4th straight year as well. Now 6 years younger than Michael Schumacher when he won his 4th, Vettel hopes to break the record of 7 World Championships in the coming years. And that's going to wrap it up for me. This has been SJ. Have a great rest of the day and see you guys again for your sports needs.